Hey everyone, today we have a 2025 Buick Envista and the rear bumper was removed to replace one of the lower valances. And the blind spot sensors are attached to the rear bumper. One of the mounts that holds the blind spot securely in place actually broke on this very light accident. We are in GM service information after we paid AC Delco through our technical delivery system for access. Now we're going to input the VIN number in and we're going to search for the rear blind spot to see if there's any work that needs to be performed. Follow along as we get through it. Okay. Just going to type blind, see what comes up. Collision repair, fasteners, data. We have some codes, driver assistance systems. Side blind spot, zone alert, and description. This is probably something you're going to want to read to learn what the system is about and how it works. We have a malfunction in here, some codes, and some symptoms. We can look at those if we would like, just to get more of an idea. One thing we also like to do is check the RPO codes. These are the build codes used for this vehicle. We like to print these and save them. I will use Gulf page. Let's see if that looks like with this on here. Should be interesting. I wonder if I should remove it. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. Now we have a large scale view of every RPO used. We can save this like so. Read, so we might want to save this as a PDF. As an image, this is probably overkill. We save it as a PDF and then we can attach it right to our work order here. We would just PDF it and attach it to our work order like so. This way we always have access to it and we can refer back to it later on should it be necessary. Now going back into our documentation, let's go into zone alert, description, and operation. Here we review all the information that GM has and understand more about the system and what may need to be done or not. As always, we save our PDF so we have our information. To recap what we did here today, we paid for our AC Delco TDS subscription. Then by VIN number, we looked up the rear bumper and the rear blind spot. Now, the reason we did that is because all of the damage on this vehicle was in the rear. The bumper had to be removed and the lower valance had to be replaced. The left side blind spot module mount was also replaced. What we wanted to do is check all the GM instructions for what happens when you remove and replace the bumper. Do you have to recalibrate or reprogram the original sensor that was reused? Should you replace it, considering the impact was kind of near there or anything of that caliber? You also want to look for any references that indicate you may have to replace the item when changing the bracket, or if impact happens near the item in question, things of that nature. You have to actually read this information or else you don't absorb it or don't understand it. The easiest way that we found is we look up all relevant information. We then save the PDF so we always have access to them. We have a network share by year, make, and model where we have all the information set up. I'm showing you a very simple way to do it here. This PDF folder, for lack of a better name, is always available to me, so I can reference it in the future should I have another 2025 GM or Buick that may have the same RPO code that I just want basic information on. What you saw here is me log in, buy VIN, drill it down, find all the information related to the rear bumper and the rear blind spot, and save it all. I'm going to do one last check for any ADAS information that may be missing or any collision information. And then from there, I'm going to double check it, hook up GDS, check it for codes, drive the vehicle, and confirm everything works. Here is the very important GM document that tells you repairs and inspections required after collision. Nowhere on here do they state minor or major collision. It just states collision. So these are the things that should be checked after each accident to ensure that there are no issues. I'm satisfied with what we found for today. Using the keywords ADAS and collision, we were able to find some relevant information in case the insurance company asks why we did certain things. Looking up the rear bumper, we got a good idea for what we need to do post-collision fix to check it for calibrations. At this stage, I have all the information that I think I'm going to need, but I still have 2 more days on GM system should I need to double check something. What I'm going to do now is sign up for GDS, hook up the car, do a pre-scan after the collision repair has been done. If there are no codes, test drive it, confirm that everything's working. I will probably do a reprogramming sequence on the left blind spot module because it was removed and put back into place, but I want to see what the scan tool says. Without being able to pay for GDS and get access, I really have no idea what I'm going to be able to do and how it's going to work, because this is a gateway locked vehicle. So your Autel probably will not work. The Texa, I know it definitely will not work, and I'm not familiar with any other scan tools at the moment. But I know with those two, I'm going to have an issue. I'm just going to pay for GDS and keep this moving. This is how you find basic information related to an accident. You don't need special services. You just need good repair information and about 10 minutes of time to dig through and save however is best for you at your location. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below or reach out to us at 7stepadas.com. Thank you for your time.